Are alive. It's good to be alive. What's up, hustlers? This is Paulo, the Four-Eyed Hustler, and we are very honored to have Brandon from. What's your channel name, Brandon?
It's called Brandon Spiegel, Future Millionaire.
Awesome, awesome. Yes, his link will be down below in the description. Feel free to subscribe to his content and knowledge. With that being said, my goal for this Young Hustler series is to interview 100 young people of the reselling community and get to know them and learn more about their hustle. So if you want to start off by introducing yourself, Brandon, and telling us who you are and where do you sell on and how long you've been doing it. And we would love to learn more about it.
Of course, man. So my name is Brandon. I am currently a college student, and I resell items on Amazon and eBay on the side. This is something that I've been doing for a few years now. Initially, it started with coins, but I realized that there really wasn't much profit in that category. So I really just started expanding into other categories where my main focus is in books, but also sell various random items on eBay. And I've just have been kind of expanding and kind of changing and shifting some of the ways that I do things. So I've recently started getting into more of FBA, for example, and some affiliate marketing stuff too.
Awesome, awesome. So if you want to tell us more about your coin collector business, like how do you set that up and what are the other parts to it?
Of course. Well, so this was something that I initially started because I felt that one of the aspects of the coin market was that people, one aspect of the coin market was that people would have coins and they wouldn't really know what to do with them, and I could create a company that would help them start a coin collection and understand what they had, and kind of get an idea of what they had, so I could buy them and hopefully resell them. But initially, I started to realize that people kind of perceived that the coins that they had were worth quite a bit, and there really wasn't as much money in reselling them as I thought there was. So currently, as far as that portion is concerned, I really don't do much with buying and selling coins, but I do have some self-published book on Amazon that is about coins, though.
Wonderful. You actually have a book on Amazon.
Yeah. One of the things that you can do is it's KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, so you can like make content and self-publish it and have it on Amazon and sell it, and without having to like have any of the but it only prints a copy if someone buys it, though, so you can get like some passive income that way.
Interesting. So what's the book called?
It's called Let's Start a Coin Collection's Perfect Pocket-Sized Book of Coins. I made it when I was 16, and it's really just kind of a small pocket. The idea behind it is like it's a small pocket-sized manual that will really help you understand the basics of coins and have some resources that will help you so you can go and kind of navigate the different aspects of the coin market and learn more about them.
Wonderful. Yeah, let's definitely check that out. So, for example, give us an example of a coin that you collected and what is its resale value.
An example of a coin. So an example of like one I flipped or one that I collect.
Yeah, one of that you flipped, or either way.
Well,
Whatever.
example of one that I flipped. This kind of a highlight. It's usually not as good as this example, but one time, so I used to actually buy coins on eBay, then resell them on eBay. So I'd go to like auctions, and I'd go to like auctions that are ending soonest, and then I would go through and I see some auctions that were like undervalued. So one time, what they used to do, they used to make what are called like love tokens. So you like sand down one side of the coin and make an inscription on it. And I saw a lot of them, but they were the initial pick. So one of the things about selling stuff like coins on eBay is the initial picture that people see is extremely important. And the initial picture was of low quality. It was of the wrong side. So I bought the lot for about $22, and I resold it for over $60 after I broke it apart to 3 different lots. But I sold it for over $60 within a few weeks. But that was honestly the best example that I have. Most of the time, it was I'd buy it for like $12 and sell it for $25. But after fees and shipping, it really wasn't too much usually with coins.
I see, I see. How about like locally? Have you ever had to collect locally and resell it on eBay?
I've tried locally. One of the things about locally is that some like my company is really small, and if you look at a lot of coin companies, they have like a physical storefront that people can go to. That's something I never really had, and and that's something that I've never had. So I've always really operated it out of the place that I stayed at. So like with like thrifting, I can go to garage sales and like garage sales and thrift stores and buy various items and sell them, but but it was a little bit different with coins because I would have to either meet up with the person, or I have to meet with the person, or they'd have to like I have to buy it over the mail, which was something that was really not worth it most of the times with coins that people were offering me. So I haven't really done much locally. I have gone to different coin shows and I found a couple items to resell there, but not as much locally though.
Okay, interesting.
I'm definitely open to doing it, to buying and selling coins locally though. Just
Right.
there really haven't been many profit opportunities that have arisen with that.
Awesome, interesting. So, you said you started this when you were 16, right?
Yeah,
So how old are you now, roughly?
I'm 20 right now.
Awesome, cool. Um,
Thanks, man.
so you started doing Amazon, you said.
Yeah.
So what were you merchant fulfilling it or FBA?
So initially, I really started diving into Amazon. I literally started diving into Amazon a little over a year ago because I really just kind of started to realize that books were much more profitable category than coins, especially, and they're just so much easier to list them. So initially, it started with merchant fulfilled. That's something that I did a little while, but recently I've been moving more into FBA. A few weeks ago, I did a test shipment of about 33 books that I sent to the warehouses. And I was really surprised to see how fast they sold so far. So far, I sold 7 of those 33 books, and so it's FBA, something I'm definitely going to be doing more going forward. But right now, it's mainly merchant fulfilled. I have about like 125 books just in my room, and I have about 26, 27 in the warehouses right now. So
Wonderful. Yeah, I started merchant fulfilling my own textbooks from school that I didn't use, and then it got into FBA just to move volume. And yeah, definitely. I'm glad you got into FBA because you just send it in a box and they take care of it and sell it for you. You just gotta collect the money.
it's been
Cool, man.
yeah, it definitely has been very nice with the storage because like I kind of like there's such like a limited amount of storage for books, especially because I have to store like all my eBay inventory as well too. But if I can send like a chunk of them to FBA, it's been helping a lot, honestly. Yeah, don't you do a lot with FBA, don't you? Right?
Yeah, for the past few months, yeah, yeah, yeah. I have 470 books checked in on FBA right now, but I'm not sending. I haven't sent any for the past 4 weeks. I've just been focusing a lot on eBay on the quick flips. So, and I'm still being able to pay my rent with my income from Amazon FBA. So that's pretty cool that even though I'm not sending any more items, it's still paying off. Yeah.
That's cool.
Awesome.
It's definitely nice how the cash flows just kind of over time, really.
Mhm. Wonderful. So I want to go to the chat and see who's here. We got Noah Minces says, "What's up, guys? Do you know Noah? Brandon?
Mm, I don't know him I don't know him personally. I have to. Does he have YouTube? Does he have a? I don't know him personally.
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel. He teaches
Oh, cool.
wholesale. I'm not sure if you're familiar with wholesale. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit familiar. I need to check it out more. I'm definitely gonna check out his channel after the live stream though, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's a great guy. Great guy. Thanks for being here, Noah. Anyways,
Thank you.
let's get to the second question. So you've been selling books. What is the most you've made on a single book?
The most I've made on a single book. So there's a thrift store that's local to me, and it's super kind of crusty. And the stuff is just kind of in boxes and bins everywhere. But I went in and I found a book for $4, and I sold it for 40 just a couple days later. And that's the record so far. There's a book that I've listed right now because on eBay and Amazon in used condition, the book that I have right now sells for about $40, but I paid about 35 cents for the book I have now, but it hasn't sold yet. So far it's been $4 to $40 so far.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how do you feel about the fees between Merchant Fulfill and the fees between Amazon FBA?
I feel that the fees. I mean, I feel that they both have their cost and benefits. I feel that the fees for FBA they're definitely higher, but they really aren't that bad because I mean after you include how the fees also kind of factors in the cost of shipping and how you don't have to store the book personally. I feel that the fees are worth it, but because they are a little bit higher, I definitely try to send more of like my higher dollar. I'm good like going forward. I'm definitely going to be trying sending like more of like my $20 plus books to FBA. But I feel like the fees are. I feel that's reasonable personally. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I
How about
agree.
you?
The thing about it is you got to be sending in more books and just delegate it to Amazon so that they can fulfill it. But when I started out, when I started out like fulfilling my own books, I was like, "There's no way they're taking this much out of FBA," and I said, "No, I'll rather sell it myself," you know. But
Yeah.
the thing I learned is, which helped me scale, is I had to buy a Bluetooth scanner so I can, source more books faster. Because you want this to be, worth your time. You know what I mean? So yeah, I bought a Bluetooth scanner, bought a Scout. I don't know what. Do you have a scouting app for books?
I don't have I've looked into the scouting app. I haven't really gotten it. I haven't gotten the I've looked into the app. I don't really use it so much. I have a Bluetooth scanner, but like don't you need to have like a database of books with like Scout or something to use a Bluetooth scanner? I mean, so like I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
haven't.
So it's either you have the internet version, which is kind of slow if your internet is really bad, but I have the database version, which is $35 a month, and it definitely pays for itself with the amount of books you can scan really quick. So yeah, definitely check into that. But when I started doing that, I just started sending in more books, and it definitely has paid off for itself. And let Amazon deals with the returns as well, which I've had a lot more returns doing FBA rather than doing merchant fulfilled. I don't know, but they deal with it, and I don't have to deal with it, so it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Nice.
So I want to get into. So when you started your coin collector business, what did you need to set up instead of like? Did you need to set up a business license to do what you're doing or a website? How does that work?
Yeah, so whenever I initially started it, I did have to do legal stuff. I got the EIN, I got a local sales tax ID, and I got a DBA from the county. Um, and that's what really like kind of from legal perspective I did to set it up. I would set up as a sole proprietorship. But as far as like the business itself is concerned, I started. I also have like a Facebook page and a Twitter page that corresponds with it as well, and I have a website, but it's like the free Weebly website with it as well. I also do that self-published content on Amazon, like I talked about earlier. But that's what I had to get started, and I
Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, that's definitely something very important because once you start making a lot of money, you want to start paying taxes on that too. So it's good that you set that up early on. So I want to get into the kind of income streams that you want in the future. So if you want to tell us what kind of income streams you want to have in the future and why would you want them? Yeah.
for sure, man. So as far as income is concerned, for my side hustle, I'm really just trying to kind of diversify across platforms a little bit more. So right now, I really have Amazon and eBay. I want those to be my kind of main focus as far as income is concerned. But I feel that it would be beneficial if I kind of diversified into a couple other platforms to sell books on, to sell various items and books as well. Um, I think it would be. I'm definitely interested in hopefully have some in some point in time having some sort of YouTube income coming in or some affiliate marketing stuff or income coming in. Those are definitely things that I'm trying to like work on a little bit more. Um, like I have like a Facebook page where I try to promote different products on Amazon to hopefully get some of that to try to get some affiliate marketing in. And I've done some tests with some Facebook ads, but it really hasn't worked out yet. But I'm definitely working on that more. Definitely, and hopefully someday it'd be cool if like I get into real estate someday. But
Yeah,
and like long term in the future. But
cool. That's really good goals right there. Yeah, definitely once you build up capital, you can definitely venture into that. That's pretty cool. Are you there, Brandon? I think it froze up. Ooh.
there you are.
Oh yeah, there you are. Cool. So yeah, so I've been getting into affiliate marketing for Amazon. I've made like $20, but they shut down my account because I don't have enough subscribers. That's the thing.
Oh, dang! I
Yeah, so
feel that.
I don't know if you know, but you need at least 500
Yeah,
subscribers.
that's
Yeah.
one of the problems. That's one of the problems I had initially, because like so with the coin stuff, like I have about 600 something followers on my Twitter and about 300 something on my Facebook. So I had enough traffic with that, but they did that to me too. Like I got the required amount of sales, but they shut me down initially. But think it can reapply though. I mean, I reapplied like about a month or two later after they shut me down with the affiliate marketing, and they accepted. And I'm in the same kind of 6 months trial period thing like I was in, so you should be able to reapply. But
Yeah, definitely. I
like
will do that. So how does the payout work? Because I haven't been paid yet. So I don't know
that.
how often they pay you.
I'm not extremely familiar. I haven't been really paid with it as well. I've heard that it's once every. If I remember right, I think it's the payouts once every 2 months though. If I remember right.
Okay. Yeah, because I
Where do you do do you do affiliate marketing just on your YouTube videos, or what kind of streams do you use?
yeah, I just use it on my YouTube videos. So whatever items I use for FBA, like the printer or the poly bags or the Scotty peelers, yeah, I just link those down on my videos. And I've actually made the most money I've made on that. So I made like $20, right? And about $12 of those 20 was on the the thermal printer that I reviewed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Oh, so
pretty, yeah, I was making $6 per unit on those because people actually did buy those printers, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I'm not making any more income off of it. And I haven't been paid yet, so I'm not sure how that works, but I do know that the after all of the royalties and fees, it's about like $20 for last month.
nice.
Anyways,
I wonder how they would pay that though if they did the account like that. Because I didn't have much. I had a few dollars in mine, but it'd be nice. It'd be. But I feel that they should send it out. I haven't gotten paid from that personally, but I just set up as like I didn't have my bank account stuff in there yet though. That's a good question though. Like how did they pay after they? Because after I redid my account, the previous sales don't show up in there for some reason. I use the same email address and everything. I haven't contacted them about it though, so
okay.
good
Yeah,
question.
definitely. Yeah, man, once we build it up to that point, then we should have that consistently. Awesome.
Definitely. It's
So
nice how you can like, it's like, hey, how's it going? It's nice how you can like monetize everything though, like before you have 1,000 subs with that though.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah. I want to shout out NASCAR man 3345. Derek, what's up? How you doing? He's
How's it
also a
going?
reseller too, and he does a lot of NASCAR stuff in his channel. So
Nice. I've actually had some decent luck with like some of the diecast cars. I was at a garage sale and there's like a lot of like these 8 small NASCAR car things. I bought the lot of 8 of them for $10, and I resold them on eBay for like about 40. And I mean the after fees and shipping, it was like $10 to $15 in net profit if I remember right. But I was honestly happy with the flip though. Yeah, that's a good category to reselling. 'Cause I feel that most people just see like NASCAR stuff. They don't know too much what they have.
right. Yeah, wonderful. So you're going to college right now, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can tell us like what you're studying and how does that fit into your business and how does that work?
So currently, I am a finance major at Texas. Currently, I'm a finance major at Texas A&M. This is as and I'm a part of a professional program here. So I'm really trying to get into a position to where I can trade commodities as my career going forward. Um, and to be honest, as a whole, this has been going really well for me. I know that a lot of people say like college, may not may work for some people and it doesn't work for other people. It's been working all right for me, and I definitely feel that. And as far as my business is concerned, right now my company is just it's a side hustle. I mean, it's on the side of college because I have a lot of good things going with college, and I have some internships lined up going forward that hopefully give me a full-time job. So right now, my business is kind of on the side. It's something that I source for a couple hours every week or two. But during the summer though, I was very very heavy with sourcing and was really able to scale it a good bit. But now the semester I started, um, I source a couple hours every week, and then whenever a sale comes, I just ship it out, and I just ship it out, which is kind of how it works for me. But as a whole, honestly, it's been going good. It's going really good.
Awesome. So, what kind of stuff have you learned in your finance major that helped you out in your business? What kind of tips did you meet any professors that were into business, and how did they run their business? How were you able to relate to that?
To like entrepreneurship stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, well, the really I'm just trying to think of some specific examples. I mean, a lot of the thing about like the college classes for finance is a lot more focused on like corporate finance. So making like large and so like making like large investments in different assets, or it's like understanding different markets so you can like trade them in the future, like business laws. So you kind of navigate those in all the different like laws that you really have to like navigate, is like a part of a corporation. It As far as like my side hustle is concerned, I mean I'm a part of an entrepreneurship club, which is really kind of allowed me to get some connections, and the entrepreneurship club has allowed me to connect with other people on campus that are also interested in entrepreneurship, and um it has also allowed me to like there's like speakers come in and they talk about things that you can do to grow your business, which has been very helpful as well. The classes themselves don't. I mean, they talk a good bit about investing, but it's from a different perspective than kind of reselling, though.
Okay. So, the people that you meet in your entrepreneurship club, what kind of side hustles do they have?
It's a wide variety. I actually know a guy that owns an e-liquid business. There's other people doing photography, and some people doing bakery. As a whole, as across the board, they some of them do a little bit of reselling, but it's really not like their focus for their side hustle. But it's as a whole, it's across the board though.
Awesome. That's pretty cool to know and get to know these people. That's awesome, man.
Definitely, A&M definitely has a bunch of good, like a lot of resources for like entrepreneurial ventures and ideas and stuff. So.
Awesome. So I want to get into the next question. If you could look at yourself 5 years ago, Brandon, who would you be? How would you describe yourself 5 years ago, and how do you want to be 5 years from now?
So 5 years ago, I would say that's a deep question. Um, five. Trying to think about 5 years ago. 5 years ago, 5 years ago, I would say that I was somebody. So I'm just trying to think about the question for a second. Um, 5 years ago, I'd say that I was someone that was really just kind of focused on school. So I was really trying to do whatever I can to get the best grades I possibly could to get into college. Right now, I'd say that I'm someone that's in college that's kind of doing what I can to get a career in the future. Um, Owning my own company is something that I've always really wanted to do, but as of right now, like my company and the amount of growth that I've seen, it's something that I would like doing a lot, but it really hasn't achieved enough growth for me to justify diverting my focus away from college towards my company. So it's something, but in 5 years from now, it's hard to say. I mean, hopefully, I'm going to be working for like an energy company. Um, if my side hustle grew to the point where I could divert like more focus towards it and have it be more of a focus on the side, I see that being as a possibility, but it's really hard to say for sure. That's what I'm kind of.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah. So how do you plan to go for like for the next 3-4 months for your reselling business, like the very heaviest Q4? What are your plans and goals for that?
So, right now going into Q4, my plan is to source as many books as I can to hopefully get them sent to FBA, because Q4 is also a time that's really kind of heavy as far as the semester is concerned, where professors just have tons of tests, and there's also like finals in December as well. So I plan on really just kind of making it to where I can source as many books as possible, get them sent to FBA, so I don't have to spend the time shipping them out from myself. And also, I plan on kind of diverting more focus to items that can be sent and shipped towards that FBA, so I can kind of get the income and revenue from FBA without really having to spend the time merchant fulfilling them. And as far as also as far as eBay is concerned, I plan on sourcing some for eBay, but like over summer, my main focus was really on eBay and at garage sales. I'm kind of diverting my focus a little bit more towards FBA and Amazon for Q4 a little bit for this year at least.
Nice. Those are good goals right there. Is there like a specific number you want to hit during those 3 months?
For like profit?
Yeah. Or sales, either way.
I haven't thought about a specific number for sales. If I could get at least 1,000, if I get at least 1,500, I'd be very happy if I get 1,500 in sales for Q4. If I get 1,500 in sales for Q4, I feel that 1,000 would be something I'd be extremely happy. I'd be happy with 1,000 as well. But probably like 12, hopefully 1,000 to 1,500 in sales for Q4. It's kind of what I'm hoping for, and
Yeah.
kind of striving for. But definitely always striving for more than that too, though, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. It's a pretty good goal. Like last year when I started, I was gated on Amazon for a lot of things, right? Amazon is not allowing new sellers to sell specific brands like toys and
Yeah,
specific items. Yeah. So I decided to just hit it hard with eBay and did a really good profit there. So there's always opportunity out there.
definitely. I saw that they changed the rules for toys. Isn't that you had to have like a sale in the toy category before like August, before like I think it was August 1st, wasn't it? You had to have a sale in the toy category before you can sell them in Q4 or to be ungated.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but when I started last year, I was like September, and I was gated in a lot of things. I was only selling my old textbooks, but I was not gated on certain like board games and puzzles. So it's pretty cool having that different type of item to sell, not just books.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's a pretty good goal right now.
Thank you. What's your goal for Q4?
Yeah, my goal is to definitely hit. My goal is to hit 20K for the whole year. Yeah, I'm at 6K right now, 6,000 for the year, and
Nice.
yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I've been hitting a lot on eBay as well, and I do enjoy the quick flips of eBay because I don't really for Amazon FBA. I put everything on a credit card, right? So because I want my cash back, it's on a 0% credit card. I wouldn't be putting thousands of dollars in if it wasn't on a 0% credit card because I'm not really into paying interest. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but I hate paying interest, and I've never paid interest on a credit card ever in my life. Anyways,
Same here, but that 1% though adds up. I mean, the 1% really adds up. I don't know how much you get, but I mean, whenever I go thrifting, I always get you always get the 1% because
yeah,
always easy. I feel that though.
Yeah. The cashback. Yeah, I love the cashback. Like right now, my credit card right now is 2.5% cashback. Yeah,
Nice.
but for
Which one do
the,
you have?
I'm sorry, what, Brandon?
Which one do you have?
It's called the Olo Mastercard. Yeah, yeah, definitely check it out. But
I'll check
I
it out.
don't. I've never paid, the interest, like the penalty, like if you make a late payment on a credit card or not paying your statement balance. Yeah, I've never paid interest. So I've always made, the cash back on that. And yeah, I have a 0% credit card and I use it and I've dropped, hundreds and thousands of dollars into it. But the thing about Amazon FBA is, you buy the books on the thrift stores and then you clean them up and then you list them and then you label them and then you put them in a box and ship it. And even takes weeks to get checked into the warehouse. So that's capital being held, and you're not making your money back as fast as you could. So my goal was to just stop selling books, just let everything in the warehouse sell out first and just hit eBay quickly and all those quick flips. So I've been up like $600 for last month, and the profit margins after that are pretty cool, and it has definitely helped me pay off my other credit card because I don't want to be, using up all my credit limits. It's not very smart to do that. So yeah, I do enjoy Amazon FBA, but if I could make the money quickly, you know what I mean, then that would
Sure.
definitely help. Yeah, but nothing against Amazon FBA. It's awesome. I do enjoy. I love the automation part of it. It's just I don't want to be maxing out my credit card and not being able to make the money back as quickly as possible. But
I
yeah, if
feel
you have that extra, credit card, if you have like an extra credit card that you can just devote it to Amazon FBA, that's not gonna penalize you every month for not paying the statement credits, then that is something you could definitely use. Yeah.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I think another thing too is like I'm not doing. I'm not. I mean, I have all the money that I have like reselling. I mean, I have all the money that I have like reselling in a PayPal account that I use for I use like pay off my credit card after I go source more inventory. So this is something that so I never really spend more on reselling than I have like than I've made from reselling. So it's money because whenever I get money, just kind of reinvest it. And so so that's something that I really never really so that's what so I'm trying to think. So like I always have the money. So I always have the money to like pay off anything that I buy.
Yeah.
But also I was taking that approach because I also have like to try to juggle and really focus on school as well. And I'm hoping that the more passive approach can allow me to focus on the semester at school and just I mean and still earn the profits from reselling too. But
Yeah.
even nicely, and I think the fees are a good bit I think that the fees tend to be a little bit less like lower dollar items for eBay.
Yeah,
Um,
I think like 10% or something. And then the PayPal fee is like 2%. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy eBay. I just don't like sometimes when customers would like lie about some things and try to get eBay to side on them. But eBay has been siding on the buyer recently. They've made some changes to that. Yeah. So my next question is, have you ever had what was your worst experience on eBay? Have you ever had a rude customer or someone that claimed something?
Worst experience on eBay. Oh man, I mean, I haven't had any like crazy experience. I haven't had any. I haven't had any crazy experiences on eBay. I've made a couple mistakes on eBay, but I haven't had any crazy. I mean, I haven't had any like experience that I would consider to be particularly crazy. I have had a couple people like say that like try to go against me on eBay after I chip the item out, but eBay is rolled on my side, and the couple times that that's happened, I remember one time I made a mistake of like this is gonna sound kind of dumb, but I shipped a stoneware mug and like a bubble mailer, wrapped in a bunch of bubble wrap, and I reinforced the bubble mailer with cardboard. That's what I had to that's what I had on hand, so I figured it would be all right. but the handle broke, so I ended up having in shipping. I ended up having to refund the buyer the entire purchase cost, and I just let them keep the bowl of the mug that was still intact. But I haven't had any particularly crazy customers. I feel that honestly, when you're dealing with people, people that might be kind of, I feel that people might be kind of rude or just unhappy. I mean, if it's kind of a part of it sometimes, I guess. I don't know. How about you?
Yeah, definitely. It's part of business. I personally haven't had a return on eBay for the full year that I've been reselling. I've almost had returns where this guy, he said that he claimed that the shirt, it was a Pendleton. I don't know if you're familiar with that brand, Pendleton. It's really good wool clothing. Anyways, it was a Pendleton shirt. Bought it for $5, sold it for 50, and he was claiming that it was a woman's Pendleton shirt, but it was actually men's. Because I used to work at and I do recognize the tags when it says like, if it says like XXL, then it's gonna be a guy's, or if it says something like petite and it has like a different font, it would be a woman's, you know. So I knew that it was a men's. I did my research on it, and he was claiming that it was possibly a woman's shirt because it didn't fit his like arms and stuff. And I put all the measurements on it. I put the measurements with the waist. I put the measurements for the arms, and he could have asked for like more measurements and stuff. But anyways, I don't do free returns because it was a 2 pound shirt. It was a 2 pound. It was a very thick wool shirt, and so it was like $8 to ship. And he wanted free shipping, like free returns, and I said I do accept returns, but I don't do free returns because I mean I accurately described the item.
Right.
And he just got really mad, and he was like, he looked at my feedback, and my feedback was like 20 back then. It was like last year. And he said, yeah, you look like you're a new seller, and um yeah, I'm gonna tell eBay about this. And he opened the case, and I called eBay and asked them what I should do, and they said, yeah, don't refund him. I mean, it says it on your listing that you accept returns, but it's buyer paid returns. So you're okay. You said that, you listed all the measurements. In this case, it would be a case of buyer's remorse. So the customer, if it didn't fit and you already put all the measurements and you were very clear with that, then eBay will definitely side with you. And yeah, I told him, yeah, I do accept returns. I don't, if it was my fault, like for example, if the item was damaged during transit, of course I'm going to refund you,
Right.
it's not your fault. But I put all the information on the listing. I put all the pictures and measurements, and I never heard back from him after that. So it was pretty good because I thought if eBay sided with the buyer, I think that would have been the last time I would be selling on eBay, because I've been hearing a lot of stories of eBay siding with the buyer, and all this bait and switch going on eBay. But it was pretty cool that they sided with me, and yeah, so we're still selling on eBay. It's
That's
pretty
cool.
cool.
It's definitely good that they did too, because they definitely should though, because I mean you had all the information that the buyer needed to make a decision, and I mean, it clearly states that the buyer's supposed to pay return shipping. I
Yeah.
mean they should pay return shipping. I haven't had any returns on eBay. I had one return on Amazon, but that went over smoothly. They just kind of sent it back. But
Yeah.
but
Nice.
yeah, I feel that though. I've heard stories about that too, and it's kind of scary because they can like, I mean, right now I have 100. Right now I have 111 or 112 positive feedback on eBay, and it's
Wow.
100% positive right now. But just one negative review can really just hurt your entire store, especially if you only have like 20 or 30. One review is like a punch in the face or something. It's just
Yeah.
and it hurts you for quite a while.
Nice. So, how do you get your feedback when you ship out an item? Do you just send them feedback, or do you ask for feedback, like a message, or Do you have a card on your items? Like a thank
Personally,
you card?
well, personally, what I do, I don't ask for feedback specifically. I usually people that buy from me just tend to leave feedback over time. Not everybody does, but a lot of people do. What I usually do though is I like I have like a handwritten little like on the packing slip. I always write and I have like a in handwritten like thank you for your purchase. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the book. Like a couple sentences like that. I feel that helps with the feedback because I feel that people might be more inclined to um, have like a positive impression if I put the time to write a little sentence on there. And I feel that, I mean, if something arrives that people are mad, at least they're like, at least they
Sorry.
if something arrives and they're not happy with it, at least they know that I'm not trying to they know that I'm not trying to you know uh, like harm them in any way or like scam them out of any money. But I feel that's what I do to. But not everybody leaves feedback though. I only have 3 feedback on Amazon right now, so
Oh yeah, definitely.
it was
Yeah,
crazy though. 'Cause
5 feedback on Amazon. Like the way to leave feedback on Amazon is so like long and tedious. Like you gotta, click the leave feedback and then put a title on it and then do the
yeah,
5 star and then the description. It's not like eBay, eBay is like quick, you just put
yeah.
positive,
I
negative, neutral. Yeah.
I feel that I don't know why Amazon just doesn't have it to where you can just kind of like push a button and leave feedback like you do with eBay. But fortunately, I'm 5 stars on Amazon right now. But it's only 3 of them. But it's crazy though how much like my sales went up on Amazon after I got that first 5 star feedback.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it really helped like confirm to people that that too because I was also sourcing a lot more at the time. I was also sourcing a lot of books at the time, so my inventory was rising too. I feel that 1 5 star feedback really kind of helped people kind of solidify that I was a decent seller, I guess, that I'm like a decent seller or I'm okay enough to get a 5 star review. So
Yeah, man, that's great. I've once had a 1 star review on Amazon. Um, the buyer claimed that his package never his package never got to his house, and yeah, but Amazon took it off because Amazon was doing FBA, so they were responsible for that. So I'm not really sure what happened because he said that he got an email that he would receive the item in the next 2 days because it's prime shipping, right? But he never got the item, so they refunded it to him. And I guess they did send it out, but it was stuck somewhere, so they had to send it back to the warehouse, and then it became available to be sold again. The book, the same
really,
book.
really,
It
that's
was
crazy.
really weird.
I actually had someone claim that too. Like it was on eBay. I shipped out some printer ink on eBay, and the buyer it showed shipped and delivered, but the buyer messaged me and he was like, "Hey, this never arrived." I was like, "What the heck?" I was surprised because it shows delivered. I called the post office and I I called the post office in the state that the in like I called the buyer's local post office and they
Yeah.
opened up a case and the manager from that post office reached out to me. He was like, "We're looking into it," but that was like about 4 or 5 weeks ago. I haven't heard anything back from them, and I never insure my packages because I feel that the post I'm not unless if I'm shipping something that's like really expensive. I don't really like
Yeah.
pay for insurance because I feel that I feel that the post office is like good enough with shipping packages like accurately that if something does goes wrong or wrong like this, I could just like refund the buyer. It was like a $10 item, so I just refunded the buyer for the item, and I'm not sure if he ever received it or not, to be honest. So
Yeah, I've had that happen to me last 2 weeks. It said delivered at the porch. So, and the buyer said that he never got it. So, I called eBay and they said do not refund the buyer until they open a case because they said that they've had people claim that they didn't receive it, but they actually had it in their house and they're just trying to get a free refund. It was a $20 item. It was first class. It was pretty light to ship. No insurance. So I said, I told the buyer 3 times. I told the buyer 3 times. You can call your local post office and ask them where it is, or you can check maybe a neighbor has it, or you can and you can open an eBay case. And like I've said that 3, 4 times, and they still didn't open an eBay case. So I'm really wondering why not. If you didn't really receive it, why don't you just open an eBay case?
Maybe he just received it. I mean, that's a good question. I didn't really even think about that. But I mean, there is always a potential that somebody could be. I mean, there is a potential that if someone wanted to, they could just try to get a free refund by sending an angry message.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. But going forward, I'll make sure to do that too. To be like, hey, you can check your post office or neighbors. Because I've received one time I bought something on eBay and it showed delivered, but a neighbor had received it, and I mean, everything was fine. I got it a couple days later, fortunately, because I've some good neighbors. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Wonderful.
I didn't message the seller or anything, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was only $20. I was willing to refund it. But I just wanted to make sure with eBay. But yeah, if it's kind of weird if it was really lost, like why not just open a case and then I'll refund it to you. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just I just don't get it. But it is what it is. Yeah. Anyways, we're at the very last question, Brandon. If you have any advice to someone who wants to start selling coins or selling books on Amazon, what kind of advice would you like to give them?
So as far as advice is concerned, if you're looking at like coins specifically, coins is a category. I mean, coins is a category that with most items that you're reselling on eBay, you can just kind of look. It's very easy to look up similar items. To look up similar items and sell it on eBay and to know what you have with coins. It's important to have like very like industry specific knowledge because one small change in a coin can lead to a big difference in price. Like a 1916 Philadelphia Mercury dime is worth $5, but the same dime from the Denver Mint can be worth over $500. But you have to be aware too that people fake these things. Sometimes people buy like a Philadelphia dime, put a Denver Mint mark on it, and try to sell it for fake like that. So something to keep in mind when you're reselling too. When it comes to stuff like that, it's important to have just kind of industry specific knowledge, also so you can find opportunities that other people may overlook. I guess if you're looking to sell books, I guess as advice is concerned, books is a category that's just really easy to get into because Amazon does, like with eBay, it can be kind of hard to tell how much money is going to sell, how much money something's going to sell for, or if it's going to sell at all. Amazon, I mean, after you scan it, you get the sales rank and the price, so you have an idea of how much you have an idea of how much it's going to sell for, and you have a rough idea of when it's going to sell. I'd say just kind of go to thrift stores and garage sales and see what books you can get. Also, keep on the lookout for like free books on Facebook Marketplace or estate sale or garage sale leftover. I mean, like sometimes people have like estate sales and they'll have like a bookshelf full of books just left over, and don't be afraid to get into contact with those people and ask them if they have any leftovers. But I mean, I guess also keep in mind that you really don't need much money to start with books at all too. Those are just my thoughts for now. I don't know. Did you have anything to add or change to that?
No. If you want to talk about how you got your free books, I saw your video a couple months ago about
Yeah.
getting the free books. Yeah, if you want to talk about that, because I've been posting ads on Craigslist for that, and the only replies I get is like, "Do you have this book?" or "Do you have this other book?" They're looking for other books that they think I might have, but I just put an ad that says like, "I'm looking for books. I'm willing to haul it out of your house. Just let me know, or I can do porch pickup." But I've not received, like, most of the people that have books in my area are trying to sell it. You know what I mean? No one's trying to donate them and get rid of them. So I was wondering if you have any advice on that, like getting free books,
So
like what you put on your ad. Yeah.
I can. So as far as is that concerned, so as far as so earlier in the summer in May, I was on swimming Facebook Marketplace, and if someone had a always one of the big things, like, always keep on the lookout on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. Check. I mean, I hope to check them multiple times every day to see if people are posting free stuff. Someone had posted that they're having a estate sale leftovers, so I was able to get a couple $100 for completely free. And so as far as that and I went there, and most of the books were of lower quality, but I was able to get a good decent number of books from there, and some of them were of decent quality. Also, if you get free books, think of the other ways you can sell them. Like, you can get group like 5 or 10 similar books and sell them for $5 on Facebook Marketplace, as opposed to like taking them half price books and getting $2 or less for like 100. Like, I've taken for books, and also keep on the lookout for porch pickup, and keep on the lookout for like ads for that. And I guess also, I mean, don't be afraid to, instead of maybe like making an ad, don't be afraid to like contact the people holding an estate sale towards, don't be afraid to like contact people towards the end of an estate sale, especially if they're posting the estate sale in like Facebook Marketplace. Contact the person on Facebook and ask them, say, hey, if you're interested, I can buy these books from you if you have any left over with the after the estate sale. And I mean, but in my area, there's people aren't looking to get rid of books that much, but sometimes every once in a while people do. Enough to keep on the lookout for it, though. But I guess it just helps to always keep on the lookout for like Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace has been my go-to for free books, for like curb alerts and leftovers, and you can also feel free to like message these people directly. I haven't done so much with advertising as much, but that's definitely something that that's usually how I get free books whenever I get them, though.
Okay, man. Yeah.
I also run a good bit too. So there's been a couple times where I'm like on a run and I see someone with like a little box outside with like free, and there's books in there. I'm like, oh, I'll take them.
Nice. Yeah, man. We'll definitely check into Facebook Marketplace, because I deleted my Facebook account because I didn't want to too much social media, but maybe it's a good place to source. Yeah. Awesome, man. So, I'm sorry. Did you have to say something?
Are you good? Oh, are you good? I was just gonna say that I've had good luck with Facebook Marketplace personally.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me today on this Sunday, Brandon. We have all the 7 questions that we answered, so thank you so much for joining us. Everyone on the chat, I know there are a lot of people that will be watching the replay later on, so I will be posting timestamps to the specific topics that we covered. As always, Brandon's channel will be in the description below, and I've also linked his YouTube link on the chat. So definitely subscribe to his channel. He has a lot of knowledge. I've definitely learned about getting free books, because nothing beats free, you know what I mean? And it's free, and if you can turn it into profit, that's wonderful. So yeah, I will be posting the timestamps to our specific topics that we covered. The link will be down below. Other than that, any last words, Brandon?
Yeah, I just want to say, like, thank you so much for having me, man. If you ever want to do this again, like, hit me up. This was definitely it's been good talking to you. And best of luck with everything, especially with Q4 coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Brandon. As always, you too, with school and your business and your finance major. So that's pretty cool, and it's really cool getting to know you more than and seeing your videos and actually talking to you personally. So that's pretty cool.
Thanks, man. It's been good getting to know you too. Good talking with you.
Awesome. With that being said, thank you so much for joining us. If you watch the replay later on, I will be posting a timestamp, so it's more topic related to what we covered today. Other than that, I'm going to go to work in 40 minutes. I'll see y'all in the next video in the live stream. Hustle mode on. See you guys.
Have a good one. Thank you.